As soon as she mentioned Rachel's death, Bree was out for blood, waving Dean off the car like he was yesterday's news. Bree's emotions were like a soap-opera actress on finale night, but not far down the road. She did a U-turn and made Dean hand over. She said she'd frame Dean. Starving, Bree went shopping but dialed her ex-best friend. But that phone call made her a sitting duck for the surveillance team. Agents rushed in like they were at a Black Friday sale, finding Dean and finger-pointing at her accomplice. They found Bree's workplace, her haven, secure and filled with radio signal fun. The NSA tracked her parking spot with satellites. Bree was basically playing them like a video game. She had once been the queen of wiretaps for the NSA, and the first tracking device she designed was like something out of a spy movie. After watching the videos, they searched online and found the mastermind, politician in Old Tom. Just then, hackers broke in, took Bree's body, and fled through a secret passage. Bree was left in shock as the building she had worked in for 15 years was blown to bits, and the satellites monitoring were all over the place like a scene out of a survival game. Details. Agents gave chase swiftly, a real race against death. Dean had to fight head-on. It was like a popcorn movie. They destroyed the chasing cars, but their own caught fire, adding fuel to the flame. At that moment, the crucial disc went up in smoke. Disaster. The NSA would surely not overlook this. Planes locked on, cars chased hotly like two drenched chickens fleeing. A train came out of nowhere to block the cars chasing them. Looks like the universe was on their side. They gambled, borrowed a Merc. Old Tom found Bree's sinful opponent always ahead. He vanished on a mission. Bree and Dean escaped, gorging on food. Bree spilled the tea about working with her partner, saying it was all shady business, but back then, she truly loved the NSA. Rachel was her partner's daughter, and Bree had promised to take care of her like a treasure. But with Rachel gone, they decided to rise up and give a taste of their own medicine. They sprang into action, with Bree tuning into a congressman's phone, who's been all about telecommunication safety. What a stroke of... They quickly learned his hotel details, and Bree had Dean prepared to pick the lock like he was part of a reality. Installing gadgets in the room, they snagged a shot of the congressman just like that. But oh boy, things took a wild turn afterward. The female assistant wanted to watch TV, but it crashed. Thank Dean for his sneaky technical assistance. Hotel staff found listening devices all over the room. The senator, furious, called the NSA director at once. This wasn't just spying on citizens. How the heck did it end up with me? The drama escalated. Night fell, and Old Tom flipped on the TV, only to see himself. What a twist of fate. The director called an emergency meeting, demanding to know who greenlit this illegal operation. The equipment was as shady as it gets. If this was a personal obsession, it looked like Old Tom was heading for the clink. Surprises are everywhere. I called Old Tom, revealing that she held the tape he desperately wanted. They set the meeting place in order to make Old Tom spill the beans by himself. It's truly a game of wits. Subtitles. The spot is the police parking lot. Bree is a cop. Old Tom holds his own too. The stakes ran high, and eventually Dean got spotted by the agents. It was a nail-biter. Only the director could contrive such an escape for them. Real life was way more complicated. Old Tom woke up to the fact, just as he was about to finish off Bree. The location was revealed. It was jaw-dropping. Bree had an epiphany. The location Dean mentioned was the hideout of that notorious crime lord from earlier. Old Tom sent his henchmen in for the bag, while Dean started showcasing his skills. A true battle of wits. The tension rose. Just a classic cat-and-mouse game. What? You shot a film? Nope, he wants you back on the big screen. The crime lord booted out. The wife and kids, both big shots, were fuming, and sparks flew with their banter. Bree pretended to hurl just to get out of the car. She flashed a blood smear to catch the FBI eye on the gang. She was brilliant. He ain't your friend, and that wasn't his film project either. Who's your friend? He's mine, got it. Everyone's on edge, and before long, punches started flying. Both sides shouted with guns drawn, arguing back and forth until sparks flew. Everything spiraled out of control. Politician Old Tom was in the mix, his face screaming. Where did it all go wrong? Soon, police cars swarmed in, sealing off the place like it was a heist in progress. This had nothing to do with Dean anymore. Both troubled parties realized no one was getting out. When Dean stepped out, Bree had vanished. The two left in the car were left to fend for themselves. Reporting to superiors, they pulled out Bree's interrogation tape. So wow. Total plot twist, unexpected.